right, how you guys doing? Come on, liven up, liven up, liven up, liven up, liven up, liven up. Come on, let's go, let's go. How about those award winners? Doesn't that make you proud to be in San Diego? I'd like you to do me a big favor. There are some unsung heroes in this building. If you look to your left and to your right, you might see one. Okay? But I know a group that behind the scenes make sure that everything you've heard about today and everything you're going to hear about for the next 50 years, they're the ones that get it done. And tonight, I would like to give them a rousing round of applause. And that is the entire EDC staff and team. Please give it up for these guys. Thank you so much. I've read Abraham Lincoln and countless others have uttered some variation of this quote. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Or as we might say in the mega region, la mejor forma de predecir el futuro es creyéndolo. I'm going to say that again so I can understand it. The best way to predict your future is to create it. So I look back. Tonight we recognize 50 years of San Diego Regional Economic Development Corporation, San Diego Regional EDC. And we remember those who've been predicting and creating our future for the last 5 decades. As you can see just by looking at all the faces in this room, so much of tonight is really about celebrating the collaboration in a region that we are all so very proud of and we call home. So let me take you back to where this all began. It was 1964. San Diego Mayor Frank Curran wanted to promote and facilitate industrial development and innovation, and he had a vision. He wanted to show the world that San Diego was more than textiles and tuna. His hope was to pave the way for our future growth. In November of that year, San Diego Regional Economic Development Corporation was born. A prominent business leader by the name of Saul Price was one of the original officers, and a young attorney by the name of Pete Ellsworth, who happened to double as a notary, signed our official paperwork and made it official. In the decades that followed, San Diego set a course that would change the industrial landscape forever. We built the San Diego Convention Center. We zoned industrial properties in Otay Mesa. We built thriving shipyards. And we made land use decisions that paved the way for one of the most important science and innovation districts in the entire world. And of course, we can't forget, we established community treasures like SeaWorld. Let's give a round of applause for SeaWorld. The San Diego region became a place where incredible things were accomplished, and the world was beginning to take notice. Decades later, we have more than our fair share of accolades for our community. Inc. magazine says we are one of the most innovative cities in the world. Forbes ranks San Diego as the best city to start a business. I have a little anecdote. Governor Perry announced his election today, or he's running for president. He says a lot of times that Texas has the most jobs in the country. But we remind him that San Diego creates jobs. California creates new companies, and California is the startup engine of the entire world. According to National Geographic, San Diego is one of the world's smartest cities. We are the most patent-rich city in the entire country. I'll say that again. We are the most patent-rich city in the entire country. Thank you. I was shopping for that one, but I had to pull it out of there. This is Qualcomm's patent wall that you're looking at, just to give you an idea of what that is. We have the most highly respected life science industry in anywhere, and because of our business community, our investments, we are still home to the largest concentration of military in the entire world. Woo! Cheer for the boys and girls. And of course, we can lay claim to having the best craft beer industry in the entire world. The growing national and international spotlight on San Diego region would not have found us without innovation, without leadership, and without the collaboration of so many of you in this room and others. And we're honored to have some of those legacy leaders with us tonight. They are leaders like Deborah Reed, the chairman and CEO of Sempra Energy, who is listed year after year by Fortune magazine as one of the world's most powerful women. Debbie, you know what that means. Harvey White, one of the founders of Qualcomm and a true architect of San Diego's telecommunications industry. How about David Hale, the godfather of San Diego's biotech industry, San Diego's life science industry, and Malin Burnham, who sailed around the world and used that perspective to challenge us to think globally, to envision ourselves as a mega region without borders, and to always put community before self. And we've seen this year, more than ever, EDC has risen to Malin's challenge and has worked hard to position San Diego as a global player. We're not even halfway through this year, and we've been on trade missions to London, to Tokyo, and we are not done. Because next up, Paris, Brisbane, Sydney, and other important markets around the world. I think our friend Bruce Katz, founder of the Global Cities Initiative and a fan of San Diego, puts it best.
San Diego is a global city. It makes products and services for the global market. It attracts foreign direct investment, and it absolutely attracts talent from all over the world. You don't export unless you're making a product that is high quality that the rest of the world wants, and you don't attract investment from around the world unless you are really good at what you do. And that's the San Diego story.
Let's give it up. That's the San Diego story. And as I mentioned before, Brookings is not the only thought leader talking about our region. The National Geographic World Smart City documentary is telling our story in over 60 countries as we speak. Here's one of my favorite parts.
I feel like San Diego redefines what smart means. In San Diego, a smart city is a city that works for everybody. It's a city that isn't daunted by the challenges of the future. They keep experimenting and keep trying until they find something that works. That's a smart city.
All right, that's a smart city. Here's what we know we are. We are a mega region. We are a global region. And we are a smart region. And thanks to the energy and the people that started this over 50 years ago. It's an energy that continues to thrive today, leading us into a new future. I saw it when I was in London with EDC. I saw what our region looks like through the world's eyes I saw interest from these international companies to open their offices in our region to be able to capitalize on our talent. As a matter of fact, tonight we're joined by Evsta, a London-based software company that's invested in San Diego because of our world-famous talent. You know, I was thinking back to 2011. EDC was in a time of transition. And we went out and recruited this young man named Mark Cafferty. His first assignment was simple. We asked Mark, as a matter of fact, I asked Mark, to tell us what San Diego would look like if we were on the cover of Fortune magazine in 5 years. This is what Mark came up with. I don't know if you can all read it, but I tell it to you in a couple of languages. Mark put it out there, daring us to be great, like so many pioneers that came before him. And we delivered. We may not be on the cover, but in February, when we took Mayor Faulkner to New York, we sat down with Fortune magazine. We sat down with multiple international media outlets. We talked to Bloomberg. We talked to CNN. We talked to the Wall Street Journal. And they wanted to hear what we had to say about our marketplace in our region. And the mayor of San Diego sat on stage with the mayor of London at the Brookings Institute as equals. As equals. So again, the greatest way to predict your future is to create it. To those in this photo, whom I'm honored to be able to be sitting with, to those we've honored tonight, and to so many of you seated in this room who've been creating the economy that we are so proud of, thank you. Thank you for 50 years of innovation, 50 years of leadership, and 50 years of collaboration. And now as we embark on our next 50 years, we know the faces will look a little more like this. Beautiful. You know, while we know technology and science will continue to change at light speed, we also know the same principles, innovation, leadership, and collaboration that carried us and guided us in the past will continue to carry and guide us long into the future. We're writing our future tonight. I have a question. Are you with us? Are you with us? Yeah. Let's make everyone from miles away hear you. Are you with us? Yeah. Are you with us? Yeah. All of us together are unstoppable, everybody. Let everybody who knows you know you're ready to be the catalyst that creates our future. Are you with us? Are you with us? Are you with us? Thank you very much. Have a nice night.